Hi class, my name's Tatiana, and today we're going to take a look at a well-known company that regularly rents goats to mow its lawn as a low-carbon footprint alternative. Google, whose name is derived from the term Google, meaning 10 to the 100th power, is the third most valuable company in the United States, beneath Apple and Microsoft. But before we analyze this case, let's first begin with a little history. Larry Page and Sergey Brin began working on Google in 1996 during their college years at Stanford University. The program was originally named Backrub, and the algorithm born inside of it was PageRank, which is now better known as Google's algorithm. At the time, conventional search engines ranked results by counting how many times the search terms appeared on the page. Page and Brin came up with a more efficient way of searching by taking the number of pages that were linked to the original page. This determined the relevance of the search results. Here's a fun fact. Stanford actually holds the patent to PageRank, since it was created using the university's resources and tools. In 1998, Google became a corporation. Page and Brin worked extensively towards Google's success by creating various products and services, gaining influence and financial support from investors, and developing a prestigious brand. Later in 2006, we see the company continuing to flourish with new segments like Google Docs and Google Translate. The company also purchased a very valuable asset, YouTube, for a whopping $1.65 billion. Finally, in 2015, Page and Brin created the parent company Alphabet, a diversified organization. The creation of Alphabet allowed Google to have more room for growth while taking attention away from the company's finances. Nowadays, we see the world's largest search engine taking more steps towards the customer experience with products like the Google Home. The mission for this product is to become the customer's personal assistant. Consumers can ask questions without the hassle of typing or even moving. They can say things like, "Hey Google, what's the weather?" Or even, "Hey Google, can you cook dinner?"
I hear that pizza is okay in the morning, in the evening, and at supper time.
As you can see, it gets its job done, but there are limitations. We see a similar problem with Google as a company. It has been continuously losing market share despite its efforts to introduce new product lines, overtake or merge with competitors, and diversify revenues. Here are some of the more focused issues we see with Google. Alphabet is close to becoming a monopoly in a few different industries. It holds a diverse product line, however, with that comes strong competitors. These emerging competitors are adding to the value of their brands. Consumers are noticing this and starting to choose them over Google. Alphabet is also starting to feel the pressure of new technologies and the challenges of keeping up with them. That's all from me. Now I'll pass it over to Tanya to speak on Google's business model. But before we go, hey Google, say goodbye.
Bye, I'll miss you.
Thank you, Tatiana. My name is Tanya. I will talk a bit about Google's business model. Google is a multi-sided platform model. Multi-sided platform is when an organization creates value by enabling direct interactions between two types of customer payment systems. Google's business model has the following characteristics. Attention-based business model, based on capturing the attention of users and selling part of it to its advertisers. Hidden business model pattern. The user does not pay for the service. Asymmetric business model. Makes money by leveraging users' data and selling its algorithms to advertisers for visibility. The very next slide will give you an example of how the asymmetric business model works. As you can see here, in an asymmetric business model, the organization does not monetize the user directly, but it leverages the data users provide coupled with technology. And this is how they generate revenue. So how does Google make its money? More than half of Google's revenue comes from ads, Google ads, and YouTube ads. The company also has other important business and acquisitions, such as Google Cloud, Google Network, Other Bets, Google Search, Google Other. AdSense and AdWords are examples of effective programs run by Google. AdSense allows people to earn money through their online content. AdWords can enhance the income of a business by tracking their spending, conversion, and opportunities. As of 2020, Alphabet's Google generated income of $182 billion. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Kaylee, who will give you some insight about the competitors of Google.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Pittman, and I will be analyzing question 3, which includes a competitor analysis. Facebook and Bing and Yahoo are just a few competitors against Google. However, Google does have numerous competitors due to its wide range of products and services that are offered that integrates into larger markets, such as Microsoft Word and PowerPoint being Google's competitors for Google Sheets and Google Slides, in which I actually made this presentation on. However, in terms of Google's competitors as a search engine, Google has had some histories with credibility, reliability in links, advertisements, and such. There was actually an instance where there would be scam links, which led to users not using, clicking on the advertisements provided on the search engine, which had resulted in lower prices for the advertisements. In addition, new competitors entered the markets as technology and mobile marketing expanded. Social media advertising is overall cheaper for brands to be using compared to Facebook and Google, because those are where you would pay to boost your posts and pay to gain more clicks, engagements, and such like that. Instagram is currently integrating the same thing. However, it is still a little bit cheaper, and you are able to reach more of a following than you can with Facebook or Google, because people who do not follow you can still see these posts and whatnot with the hashtags included with that. These hashtags are free to use, which are able to expand and link to more users on social media, which actually becomes a major competitor against Google, which Google does not have its own social media platform at the time. And for question 4, Jessica will be analyzing the rest.
What type of diversification strategy is Alphabet pursuing? Alphabet is pursuing a related diversification strategy. Related diversification strategy occurs when less than 70% of the revenue comes from the dominant business, and there are some links between the other companies. When Alphabet was configured, their intentions were to have every brand operate separately, since they all did not provide the same product. Brands fell into advertising, software, and search engine categories. The dominant business in this case is Google. Google offers a wide variety of consumer products and is most recognized for its powerful search engine. Google has a divisional structure which provides other brands such as Google Maps, Android, Drive, Finance, Assistant, Play, and many other products used by millions of consumers on a daily basis. This strategy Alphabet is using is beneficial to their long-term financial health. Having a variety of offerings helps increase market share in different industries. Having market power by integrating products to generate additional revenue is something that is also a benefit for the diversification strategy. Google search can also be used to collect data and then in turn provide more personalized advertising, with some brands being so similar that it makes it possible to integrate products. What type of corporate structure is Alphabet using? Alphabet's corporate structure is divisional. Each brand operates as its own entity and brings its own presence. Keeping finances separately provides prospective investors a clear picture of what's really going on with each of these brands. In turn, this will attract more investors. Another reason why it's favorable to keep each brand separate from one another is that they do not have the same offering. Alphabet is known as a company that is very difficult to get employment with. They attract top-tier talent and retain that talent as well. Finding the perfect match to lead each brand gives them a competitive advantage over other firms.
To deal with the challenges that diversification brings to the table, we recommend using the easiest way to penetrate new marketers with related or horizontal diversification. In this strategy, there must be some compatibility between the new and old products. For example, it is common for the same resources, distribution channels, technologies, machinery, processes, or knowledge to be used to take advantage of synergies between different products. As a consequence of these characteristics of the new industrial society, based more on the knowledge of people, the organization must consider, be flexible with an accelerated production system, pursue the best human talent as a fundamental pillar of economic development, and having intellectual capital as the most important asset. In Alphabet, Google continues to be one of its main divisions, and wireless benefits are reported to the company. That is why its main competitive strategy is differentiation, based on a set of key factors that have always characterized it as they are: quality and efficiency of its products, constant innovation that seeks to satisfy the needs of the user, his philosophy, and the recruitment of people with great intellectual capital. But perhaps the most remarkable thing that explains its success is the fact that it has a large human capital, who can allow the organization to continue generating ideas constantly, innovating, researching, and carrying out other innovating, but always related products with the technology, environment, and that also favor the creation of synergies and give each other feedback. In addition, the external institutional support that can be found in this case is increasingly derived from the Council of the European Union, which promotes the growth strategy Horizon 2020, and can facilitate the access to financing, the growth of technology startups that might be used to you and may purchase in the future. The enhancement of the collaboration between the public and private sphere and the creation of value and wealth in countries with the growth of the GDP and job creation. In summary, it can be said that betting on innovation and research with a large human capital, even risky, can always have positive consequences in the generation of employment, GDP growth, deficit reduction, or even just because of the fact of being able to bring information and knowledge to everyone already deserve the best achievements, because it allows to have a better formed society and consequently with an environment favorable to the development.